What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to do a little bit of a test with my spare ball. I got a new one, just, they're pretty cheap. I started with urethane, and obviously urethane digs in, so that really didn't pan out too well for me. So someone told me a while ago to go plastic, and I'm like, okay, we'll try plastic. And the original one that I had drilled at a pro shop, worked alright. Most bowling alleys, I didn't really have an issue. But when the lanes got dry, that's when I started to notice the problem. Like, it would stand up on me, it would walk left, and naturally, you're spinning the ball to the left. So eventually, it's going to want to go left. So I wanted to see with this new, Mo Pinel two-hander layout system, which is really working good for me. So I just did the most extreme. Like, I went 6 3/4 by 6 3/4 by 1.5 inches up. You really can't go more than that. That's 1/4 of the ball. So that puts the core, and yes, there is a core in these spare balls. It puts the core straight up and down. So it's just end over end the whole way down. And I wanted to see if that would help get it down the lane even further if I put that layout on it. So I did it, and I went and tried it out. But before we get into that, I just want to take you to the shop for a second. So I'm just about done with the second bowling ball rack. This one, obviously, I didn't do mortise and tenon joints and go crazy. This is just solid red oak. I stuck with the dovetails though, you got to. This one I just put some dados, popped the boards in, glued everything, some pin nails on the side, and obviously there's not a lot of strength pulling apart. So I added these extra guys at the bottom, so you have long grain glue joint here, and it's pinned down. Like a bowling ball pinned down, but I pinned down into this leg. And it's all glued. This is the first coat of finish. It's gonna get a light sanding, another coat. It's gonna sit for 2 days and it's gonna get packed. So that rack will be going on my Etsy store, Evans Woodworks with an X, very shortly. Alongside the really, really expensive one. And if the expensive one doesn't sell, I get it. I'm keeping it. That thing was a ton of work, and it's badass. Like, you can't deny. But the red oak one, I wanted to make a, less expensive one, like realistic. So hopefully I could sell it and raise some funds for the channel so I can continue to buy bowling balls and drill them, try them, possibly give them away. But I really need to raise some funds to be able to keep doing that. And I'm not gonna go out and start begging people. I don't know how people do that on the side of the road, panhandle. Can't do it. So that rack will be on there for $400. There's 168 materials, plus the feet, plus the listing fee, plus Etsy's little piece of the pie, plus shipping. So I hope there's money left over there. I'm not sure. Well, we'll see. But that's the only finished bowling ball rack, or those are the only 2 finished bowling ball racks you're gonna find on the internet. There's none else out there. Everything else comes flat packed, and you have to build it, screw it together, nail it, sand it, finish it. If your floor's uneven and you need legs, you gotta put them on yourself. And I get, some people want to do that and try to save a few bucks, but I doubt everyone wants to do that. And that's kind of like what I'm banking on here, is that there's a few people out there that just want a nice bowling rack to put in their house, to put all their balls on, and it's just a lot easier than keeping them in bags and sliding them under your bed. Every time you need to switch things around, And plus those bags are $100 each. So you get 3 bags here, that's $300. You get a rack for a little bit more. You got 9 balls, there you go. And it's nice looking. It's not bad looking, so you can keep it in the house and, you know. But anyways, I've always wanted to cut a bowling ball in half. I don't know why. I guess I'm strange, but it was on my bucket list, so I did it, okay? And yes, there is a core. There it is. In this spare ball. And also, the reason I did this, it wasn't just because I'm a weirdo, but I was talking to a few people, you know, in the bowling alley, obviously. And I said, hey, did you hear Mo Pinel died? And they were like, who? And I was like, oh, okay. All right. I got you. I need to do my part, get the word out there, and hopefully help other people find him. Because he still has a lot of good videos out there that are on the internet, and you can learn a ton from this guy. I mean, I learned a ton from him, and it's really sad that he's gone. So I just wanted to make a little, you know, little memento or whatever. You know, like just there's Mr. Mo. Here's a bowling ball, sectioned off, little core, filler material, cover stock, screwed it to a block. Maybe I'll write Mo Pinel and, like, you know, day he was born, day he died. Just kind of add it to the studio shelf there. Just something to, you know, remember Mr. Mo Pinel by. This is my old spare ball. But anyways, let's see how the new one worked. Yeah, I noticed a difference right away. Right away. I threw the old spare ball a few times first, just to see, and it always started catching and walking, and then I started throwing the new one, and I waited towards the end to start throwing the new one. Because I wanted to actually see the difference, and yeah, it was nice. Like, obviously, if you don't put enough speed on the ball, you're spinning it to the left, so it's gonna want to go left eventually. But if you get enough speed on it, and I didn't have to throw it as hard with this layout on it, I did not have to like throw it as hard, and it just skidded. It skidded long. And I had no trouble getting the corner pin out, so problem solved. So that's it for this one, guys. If you would like to support the channel, go get you a bowling rack, or just give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one.